Good morning. This is your media report for Tuesday, March 29th, 2016. I'm Sergeant Louis McGee, Media Relations Officer for the St. John Police Force. During the last 24 hours, police have responded to 82 calls for service. We would like to hear from anyone that has any information concerning any of our calls or investigations. We can be reached at 506-648-3333, at our email, police@stjohn.ca, or you can do it anonymously through the Provincial Crime Stoppers at 1-800-222-8477, or on their website at crimenb.ca. I'll start with a summary of the calls from the long weekend beginning Friday, March 25th. On Friday at 1:13 p.m., police were called to the regional hospital for a report of 2 female staff members being threatened by a male patient. A 35-year-old male was arrested for threats after he suggested he would return to the hospital with a gun and shoot them. He was released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. On Friday evening at 2:28 a.m., police were called to Market Square, initially for a male on the premises who was trespassing. The male tried to hide and punched a hole in a painting displayed on a wall. He was subsequently arrested for mischief and trespassing. He was later released to appear in court at a later date. At 2:21 a.m., police were called to a disturbance outside a Sydney Street bar. A male was reported to have punched a female in the face. The female, who did not know this male, complained of a sore jaw, and the 45-year-old male was arrested for assault and later released to appear in court at a later date. At 2:36 a.m., police responded to a Boyd Street residence for a report of a disturbance. It was learned that a female in the building was causing a disturbance and waking up people. A 31-year-old female was located and arrested for breach of the peace. She was later released. On Saturday at 10:03 a.m., police were called to a Rossay Avenue business known as Scene Safety, located beside Leon's Clearance Center. The owner reported that he discovered the door unlocked and 2 new computers and a Bluetooth speaker were reported stolen. The caller later located these stolen items for sale on Kijiji. As a result of the investigation, a 29-year-old male was arrested for break and enter and possession of stolen property, while a 32-year-old male was arrested for possession of stolen property. Both males were released on conditions and both will appear in court at a later date. On Saturday evening at 7:11 p.m., police responded to the Superstore on Rossay Avenue for a report of a shoplifter. A 21-year-old male was arrested for theft and a probation violation. He was later released to appear in court at a later date. At 9:02 p.m., police were called to a Lawson Court residence for a report of a domestic. A female reported that she had been kicked in the head and slapped as well as threatened by her 13-year-old son. The male was removed from the residence and arrested for assault and threats. He was later released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. At 9:59 p.m., police were called to a Lakeview Drive residence for a report of a break and enter. The caller reported returning home and discovering the front door open. Nothing appeared to be missing from the residence, and the investigation is continuing. At 12:38 a.m., police were called to a Mystery Lake Drive residence for a report of a domestic dispute. A 37-year-old female was arrested for assaulting her boyfriend, who had fresh scratches on his neck. She was later released on conditions to appear in court at a later date. On Sunday evening at 7:07 p.m., police were called to a St. John Street residence for a report of a break and enter into a top-story apartment. The caller reports leaving their apartment Thursday and returned to find a 50-inch flat-screen TV missing, along with several Xbox games and other miscellaneous items. There was no sign of forced entry, and the investigation continues. On Monday evening at 9:13 p.m., police were called to the regional hospital emergency room for a report for a male who had since left but had been causing a disturbance while there for treatment. The 34-year-old male was located on Sandy Point Road and arrested for causing a disturbance and 2 outstanding committal warrants. The warrants were dealt with, and the accused was released to appear in court at a later date on the criminal charge. And just an update on the Guildford Street assault that occurred on March 22nd. A 33-year-old female was arrested for assault causing bodily harm on Thursday morning at 9:05 a.m. at a Metcalfe Street residence. She was held in custody for a court appearance. Police are still looking for a 43-year-old male suspect in relation to this incident. This will conclude the media report for Tuesday, March 29th. Have a good day and be safe.